You've been mulching wrong this whole time, and it might be doing more harm than good. Let's uncover the shocking truth about mulching before your plants pay the price. Mulch is praised for suppressing weeds and holding moisture, but most gardeners miss the details that make or break a garden. Welcome to Don't Do This Guide. Today we're exposing the most common mulching mistakes and how to fix them. By the end, you'll know how to avoid root rot, nutrient lockup, and pest infestations, plus how to choose and apply mulch for your climate. If you want healthier soil and thriving plants, hit subscribe and let's get started. We often see mulch as a simple top layer, something to make our gardens look tidy. But what's really happening under that mulch layer? It's a bustling ecosystem, a hidden world of activity that profoundly impacts the health and vitality of your plants. Organic mulch, wood chips, those chunky pieces of bark and wood, leaves, the delicate papery remnants of autumn straw, that golden dried grass we often associate with farms, feeds the soil food web as it breaks down. It's a feast for the microscopic organisms that call your soil home. Microbes and earthworms decompose it, turning that organic matter into something incredibly valuable, releasing nutrients like nitrogen, the building block of lush, green growth, phosphorus, essential for strong root development and vibrant blooms, and potassium for your plants, which helps with overall plant health and resilience. This process also creates humus, that dark, spongy material that's the hallmark of healthy soil, improving soil structure, creating a more porous and workable environment for roots, water retention, helping your soil hold on to precious moisture during dry spells, and aeration, ensuring that roots have access to the oxygen they need to thrive. But here's the catch, it's not all sunshine and roses. Fresh wood chips are high in carbon, a key component for decomposition. So microbes pull nitrogen from the soil to break them down, temporarily robbing your plants of this vital nutrient, causing temporary nitrogen deficiency for shallow-rooted plants. It's a balancing act. You might see yellowing leaves, a telltale sign that something's amiss, and stunted growth, plants that just don't seem to be reaching their full potential. Classic signs of nitrogen lockup. It's a temporary setback, but one to be aware of. Mulch also insulates soil, acting like a blanket to protect it from extreme temperatures, moderating temperature and reducing evaporation. Keeping the soil consistently moist, great for roots, especially in hot climates. It's like giving your plants a built-in cooling system. But too much mulch or poor drainage can trap water, creating a soggy environment, suffocating roots and causing rot. It's a delicate balance between moisture retention and proper drainage. The right mulch layer shields soil from compaction, preventing it from becoming hard and impenetrable, letting roots grow deep and water soak in. It's like creating a welcoming pathway for life. Compacted soil is like concrete, a barrier to everything your plants need. Roots can't expand, and water runs off, leaving your plants thirsty and struggling. Mulch is more than a topping. It's not just about aesthetics. It's an active agent shaping soil temperature, moisture, and nutrient cycles. It's a silent partner in your gardening success. The key is balance, finding that sweet spot, enough to protect and feed, providing all the benefits we've discussed, not so much that you create a swamp. Avoid overdoing it. Understanding these dynamics is the first step to mulching success. Knowledge is power in the garden. Now let's tackle the biggest mulching mistakes. These are common pitfalls that can actually harm your plants if you're not careful. I see everywhere. It's time to correct these issues and get your garden thriving. Mistake 1. The mulch volcano. This is perhaps the most visually obvious and damaging mistake. It involves piling mulch way too high against tree trunks or plant stems. This traps excessive moisture, creates a breeding ground for disease, and effectively suffocates the base of your plants and trees, preventing proper air circulation. Always pull mulch a few inches away, creating a donut shape around the base, from stems and trunks. This allows the bark to breathe and stay dry. Mistake 2. Wrong depth. Getting the depth right is crucial for effective mulching. Less than an inch simply doesn't do enough. It won't suppress weeds effectively or retain sufficient moisture. Conversely, more than 3 inches suffocates roots, blocks water, and can lead to root rot. Aim for a 2 to 3 inch layer. This is the sweet spot, for most gardens, providing the right balance of benefits. Mistake 3. Using fresh wood chips. Be mindful of the type of mulch you use, especially in veggie beds. They steal nitrogen from the soil as they decompose, effectively starving your crops of this essential nutrient. Instead, use straw, which breaks down more readily and doesn't rob nitrogen. Shredded leaves, a fantastic free resource that enriches the soil, or well-rotted compost for vegetables. Mistake 4, set it and forget it mulching. Mulching isn't a one-time task. Mulch naturally breaks down over time, so don't just keep piling new mulch on top of the old matted layers. Fluff and check the depth of the existing mulch before adding more. Mistake 5, mulching over weeds. This is like putting a blanket over the problem. It won't solve it. Mulch won't kill established weeds. Always weed thoroughly first to remove the competition. And don't forget, mulch isn't a permanent solution. Replenish as needed to maintain the proper depth, but never let it get too thick. These simple fixes prevent rot, keeping your plants healthy, nutrient loss, ensuring your plants get what they need, and reduces weed headaches. Mulch smart, not hard. A little knowledge goes a long way. Avoid these common traps, and your garden will thank you with vigorous growth and abundant blooms. The right approach to mulching means healthier plants overall, and significantly less work for you in the long run. Let's move on to choosing the best mulch for your specific needs and garden type. Get these basics right, and you're already ahead of most gardeners when it comes to creating a thriving and healthy garden. Ready for the next step in mastering the art of mulching? Choosing the right mulch starts with one question: organic or inorganic? Organic mulches, wood chips, bark, leaves, straw, break down, feed the soil, and improve structure over time. They're my top pick for most gardens. Pine straw is great for acid-loving plants. Straw is perfect for veggies. Wood chips are ideal for trees and paths. Downside: organic mulch needs topping up every year or two. Inorganic mulches, plastic, rubber, gravel, don't break down, so they last longer and block weeds well. But they don't feed the soil and can even harm it by blocking air and water. Rubber mulch can leach chemicals, stone gets hot and stresses roots. For most gardens, organic mulch is the clear winner. Save inorganic mulch for paths or places you'll never plant. Match the mulch to your plant's needs and your garden style. The right choice builds better soil and healthier plants. Don't just grab what's on sale. Think long-term. Your soil will thank you. Next, let's talk about timing. Timing your mulch is just as important as what you use. Mulching too early in spring traps cold, wet soil, delaying growth. Wait until the soil warms and plants show new growth before mulching. For veggies, mulch cool season crops early, but wait for soil to warm before mulching heat lovers like tomatoes. In fall, mulch after the first hard frost. Too early keeps soil warm, delaying dormancy and inviting rodents. The right timing protects roots and prevents pest problems. Mulch with the seasons, not against them. Mulching isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. What works wonders in one garden could be detrimental in another. Climate matters, perhaps more than anything else. In hot, dry regions, mulch is absolutely essential. It's not just a nice-to-have, it's a necessity. It's crucial for water conservation, helping to retain precious moisture, and for cooling the soil, protecting roots from extreme heat. Use a generous 3 to 4 inch layer. Opt for light-colored, coarse mulch. Materials like straw or wood chips are excellent choices. Coarse mulch allows water to penetrate through to the soil below. This prevents the soil surface from crusting over, ensuring proper aeration and water absorption. Apply this layer in the spring. This will lock in moisture, setting your garden up for success throughout the hot summer months. In cool, wet climates, a thinner layer is preferable. Aim for 1 to 2 inches of coarse mulch. This will help you avoid waterlogging, which can suffocate plant roots. It also helps to minimize slug problems, as slugs thrive in overly moist environments. Always remember to pull mulch away from plant crowns. This is essential to prevent crown rot, a fungal disease that can be fatal to plants. In shady, soggy spots, it's often best to skip mulching altogether. In 4-season climates, where conditions change dramatically throughout the year, aim for a 2 to 3 inch layer of mulch in the summer. This will maximize water savings during the hottest part of the year. Then, after the first frost, add a layer of shredded leaves. This provides excellent winter insulation, protecting plants from freezing temperatures. Live in a windy area? It's best to use heavier mulch materials. Alternatively, you can wet down lighter materials to help keep them from blowing away. The most important thing is to observe your garden closely. If the soil is consistently soggy, thin the mulch layer. Conversely, if the soil is dry to the touch, add more mulch. Always adapt your approach based on your specific microclimate and the current season. Don't just blindly follow generic rules you read online. Instead, Carefully watch how your soil responds to the mulch you've applied. Ultimately, the best mulch strategy is the one that perfectly fits the unique needs of your garden. Adjust your approach as needed to ensure the healthiest possible plants. Mulch is a valuable tool. Use it wisely and thoughtfully. Always let your climate be your primary guide when making mulching decisions. And in our next section, we'll delve into how mulch can affect common garden pests. Mulch can attract pests or help repel them. Thick, damp mulch invites slugs and snails, especially around seedlings. Use coarse, dry mulches like pine bark to deter them. Rodents love thick mulch near tree trunks. Keep mulch pulled back to prevent girdling. Some mulches, like cedar, naturally repel insects thanks to their oils. Compost mulch boosts beneficial microbes, helping fight soil diseases. Reflective mulches can confuse pests like aphids. Mulch also creates habitat for predatory insects. Your garden's natural pest control. Choose mulch with pests in mind. Dry and coarse for slugs, aromatic for bugs, and always keep it away from trunks. The right mulch tips the balance in your favor. Different plants need different mulches. For veggies, use fast-decomposing, nutrient-rich mulches like straw, shredded leaves, or compost. Compost mulch feeds crops and suppresses weeds in one step. For flower beds, aesthetics matter. Finely shredded bark or pine straw looks tidy and breaks down slowly. Perennials do best with medium-textured wood mulch for durability and easy maintenance. Avoid rocks or rubber in flower beds. They make dividing and planting tough. For trees and shrubs, arborist wood chips mimic the forest floor, building rich soil and retaining moisture. Apply mulch in a wide circle, but always keep it 6 inches from the trunk. Match mulch to plant needs, fast for veggies, pretty for flowers, long-lasting for trees. This targeted approach creates a thriving garden ecosystem. Don't just cover the ground, mulch with purpose. Your plants will reward you. Ready for pro-mulching tips? If using fresh wood chips, sprinkle a high nitrogen fertilizer on the soil first to prevent nitrogen drawdown. Layer different mulches. Cardboard for weeds, compost for nutrients, straw or chips on top for a soil-building powerhouse. Always mulch moist soil, not dry, to lock in water. Use what you have. Shredded leaves, grass clippings, pine needles, or chipped branches. Check for sour mulch. If it smells like vinegar, air it out before using. Try living mulch low-growing cover crops like clover, protect soil and add nutrients. Observe your garden. Dig under mulch to check moisture and life. Adjust depth and type based on what you see. The best gardeners are the most observant. Mulch is a living system. Tune in and respond. These small tweaks make a big difference. Save water, build soil, and grow healthier plants. Mulch smarter, not harder. Your garden will thrive. That's the real truth about mulching. Far more than a cosmetic topping. Used right, mulch builds soil, saves water, and creates a thriving garden. Remember, keep it off stems, get the depth right, and match the type to your plants and climate. These simple changes can transform your garden. What mulching mistake surprised you most? Share in the comments. Subscribe for more, and happy growing!